My what?
You got your lip going. You beating me out.
What lip?
That's your regular lips.
Yeah.
Dang, you really like that?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey y'all, this is Pysa Noel. And this is the Pysa Noel show. We already tripping because I was like, look at his lips. And I thought I was gonna put my lip game on to look good. And he got these natural
It's because when I brush my teeth, the toothpaste does something to my lips.
I need that toothpaste. What the y'all? Dang, he's showing me up. But this is Brooklyn J. I am so honored that he came to do the Pysa Noel show with me. And let me give you a little background. I wrote it down, so I'm going to have to just look at it. But yeah, so Brooklyn's been in the game for years. He's a multi-talented dancer, choreographer, singer, artist, photographer, and the list goes on. He's extremely talented, full of energy, and consistent in character. I'm so attracted to his energy, journey, and his come up. He has really had to come up. I've seen him move gracefully through relationships, haters, and difficulties, and he never ceases to amaze me and make me smile. So with that being said, I'm honored to have Brooklyn J here on PNS, and I just wanted to let you guys know why I invited him. And the other intro I have is check, check, mic 1, 2, 1, 2. Everybody want to do. Remember you did that? So I was like,
why does that sound familiar?
We went on a trip and he did that in some interview, and every time, this must have been like almost 7, 8 years ago.
I was about 13 at the time.
Yeah, and I remember check, check, mic. So here we go, check, check, mic 1, 2. So this is Brooklyn looking fabulous, and I'm just really, really grateful. This guy has done so much, and the humbleness that he has is just incredible. So that's why I have him here. And without further ado, my first question is there anything else that you'd like to add to your intro or tell us about?
No, that intro makes me feel good.
You like, I forgot I did some of that?
It's so true. Like it made me feel like, I don't know, it's made me feel really good. Thank you.
Good.
That was so nice.
I'm just really grateful. Actually, when he said, yes, I'll do this show, I was like, I hope he'll come in here being like, this is it? Because I'm like, I hope you read. It's just YouTube. Because, you know, and I'm just starting, but it's more just for me.
You know me. If we did this by the garbage can, I'd be like, let's do it.
Yeah, so I'm really grateful. So thank you so much. One more goofy thing.
Okay.
This is what I want to know. How do you train your neck and your back for your dance classes? Because I be broke down, and I'm going to tell you, you be like, you want to come to class, and there's a recovery commitment that goes with coming to your class.
There is a recovery.
It take me about a week or two, and I'm old now too.
No,
he coming I've been about 65 like for 10 years.
It's hard.
But yeah, so how do you be training for that? What do you do?
Because I've done it for so long, it's so normal to me. And my neck still, it's so funny because my neck would be hurting the next day, and I just be like, what did I do yesterday?
Oh, my
And I forget. Yeah. And a lot of people put neck braces on their little Instagram post talking about a child just took this Brooklyn J class.
Yeah, they didn't know, but it looks so good, and you would never know when you see the like choreography. So you know that's one of those things. You play it off when you get home, but when you do that dance, you wear it out.
You know.
Okay, so second question. Tell me how it all started. Like, where are you from? How you grew up? How you got to into your passions and talents and stuff?
Well, I'm from Stockton, California originally.
All right.
Yeah, Stockton, country town.
I was about to say, ain't that the hood or the country? Or both?
A little bit both.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit both. And so, yeah, I grew up in Stockton, California, and I've always wanted to be an entertainer. I have some brothers and sisters, and I've kind of trained all my sisters to dance. And then I joined a dance group at the age of like 13. It was called Sick With It. And Sick With It was just a really talented, dope dance group.
That name's perfect for you.
Yeah, it was perfect for me. And so I just did that for a couple of years, and then it just was at a standstill of like, we did a lot of stuff. Like I ended up choreographing for El DeBarge and like doing a whole bunch of tours with them, and we would open up concerts like with like R. Kelly and not like we would be the opener dance group.
Really?
And then it just became stuck, and then people started getting jealous, and they kicked me out of the group. Yeah. And so,
dang, so that started early, huh?
That started early, yeah. I've always had like people just kind of down me, but it almost fed me to go further.
Yeah, I do feel like it's like the fuel for you. And I see it, and grandma not slow, so I can pick up my stuff. I may play it off and play dumb, but I see what's going on, and then.
And don't let her fool you. She used to get down, like she used to get down in class. Down.
Everybody doing too much on this talk show, because yesterday Ashley said that too, and I'm like, she took it too far,
See,
but
no.
took it a little too far. Seeing his come up and stuff is always so great to me, and he always keeps a good energy. Like, he never changes character, and that's hard to do. So
Yeah, especially
that's why I was
out in
like,
LA.
I can't. Yeah, and then he keeps getting blessed, so that's why, because he has a great attitude, and it's just really inspirational to see. So that was your past, and where have you progressed to now?
Well, so after the group, after they kicked me out, I kind of went on and did my own little thing, and then it just was, like I said, it was at a standstill. So I had $1,800, and I just picked up and moved to LA.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
Back then, where did that get you?
it got me an apartment and a box of noodles and potatoes. Yeah, but $1,800 went so fast.
Yeah.
So fast. And I actually moved out with a girl I was dating at the time.
Oh, okay.
And so we came out here together, and that didn't really work out. And so
Well, did it work out for a while though?
it worked out for a while, and it was so funny. I was just talking to somebody the other day that I wish I would have took it so seriously when I first got out here, because you have to adjust to the LA life. You really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I didn't really take it serious, and plus I was so involved with her that I didn't really. I feel like.
Oh, you mean your career more serious?
More serious.
Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know if you meant like the relationship aspect or the
No,
career. And I'm like, well,
the career, because.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking dance class, but I wasn't really so serious. I was too busy worried about
relationships and stuff like that.
Which could be hard.
So you were saying that you wish that you would have taken it more seriously, but it seems like you still did well, like regardless. And I've seen you like get better and get more and more stuff. So like, what was the transition from like that?
The transition was so we split,
Mm-hmm.
and I became homeless for about 6 to 7 months out in North Hollywood. And I was, remember where Millennium was?
Yes.
Yeah, I would kind of sit in front of Millennium at night because it was kind of the safest place. Because that was when all dancers come here, that's home to us. Mm-hmm. And going in and out of Millennium, every day and taking class, it felt like home. So I would sit out in front of Millennium and listen to my music on my earphones. And kind of just walk around all night around that area to just keep safe. And then in the daytime, I would sleep because it's daytime and nobody would hurt you in the daytime. So I did that for about a good 7 months.
That explains your hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy don't
it's
sleep.
It's so true. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, it's so true.
I mean, granted, it's only like 6 or 7 months, but still, it only takes a little bit of time to get used to your body to adjust to that hour, those hours.
Or I would walk around the little North Hollywood area, and at the time they didn't lock the laundry rooms in apartments. So I would go and I would carry change, and I would go and put my laundry, like my whatever I had, into the dryer, like a hoodie or sweater. Get it heated and then put it on to stay warm, or I would pretend like I'm doing laundry just to have a place to, So
that's smart.
That point, that it was just a really low place for me, and so one day I was taking Shane's class, and he was doing a girl named Angel Faith, which was like a really big time, like she's about to become like a Disney superstar, and Shane was like, we just fired somebody. And would you be able to go on this tour? And he was like, and would you be able to drop everything to? And at the time, I didn't have anything.
Drop it up, but play it off like I think so.
Right,
I can work that out.
Yeah. So Shane was like, okay, well, we're gonna fly you out to tonight. And we're gonna fly you out, and we're gonna. I flew to Atlanta, and he said as soon as you get to the hotel, you will learn the whole hour show. And you would have to perform it the next day. So it was
You got that though. But
it was hard.
I know it's hard.
Yeah, but
anybody's capable is Brooklyn. Though.
I made it happen. But it's so funny. The first show, they were spinning. I was jumping. They were jumping. I was spinning.
Oh, a little behind.
Yeah. But I picked on really fast, and I was on that tour for about a good Like I feel like 2 years, 3 years.
Wow. How did it feel to finally have money in your account?
It felt so good, but I tell this to all my students today. I blew through that money.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna say that.
I blew through that. I mean, as soon as because we were getting paid every Friday, so every Friday we were getting like $1,000 to like $1,500 check. And I was just like, you want a drink? You want some shoes? You want, you know?
Yeah,
and
you
I
know
was
at that time and you're so excited.
so excited.
Yeah.
And I blew through that money. If you would imagine if I would have saved all that money, I would have been balling.
Good to go. Yeah, I wish we were talking about that. I wish schools taught about credit and about money.
They don't.
Especially, I wish they do that, and especially in high school, because whether you take the college route or some other route, the first thing people do if they go to college and get a credit card, they run their, they use the whole credit card, and then, they're in debt for years over something stupid, over a $300 credit card. So I just really wish that would be in the curriculum. So
yeah, because they teach you how to cook.
Yeah, they teach you everything, but
like
and some of those subjects and stuff, we don't really need to know all that. We need to be learning how to live every day. We don't care about that Pythagorean theorem and stuff.
What?
Pythagorean theorem.
I must didn't take that class.
My mama had me in AP classes and stuff. Actually, the higher level the classes would get, like when I was in AP and stuff, like that stuff didn't really matter.
No.
Like the books we had to read, I was like, huh, what is this? So.
And I almost feel like, for me, like I never wanted to go to college because I already knew what I wanted to be in life.
Yeah.
I really didn't need to go to college for anybody to tell me what I wanted to do. With my life.
And to spend all the time doing all that.
And not only that, but the money.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You start off in debt when you go to college.
Like why?
And it's like you bought a house right away because you have this bill that's like the bill of a car or a house.
I know a lot of people who can't get a job to save their life, but went to a really good college because they're too qualified, and nobody now wants to pay a too qualified person of what
that makes sense.
Yeah. So they can't find a job.
Yeah,
and that's crazy to me.
It's just not for everybody, and there's a lot. I'm glad times are changing now, but there's a lot of thinking that needs to go into whether you should go to school or not. Because I remember I wanted to drop out because I was like, I could be auditioning by now.
Yeah.
And
because you already knew what you wanted to do.
I did, and I did get some good training. Now I see why God did it, but it's very individual, and I see that there's a different path that I'm supposed to have. And I wish I wouldn't have rushed at this point. Now I'm like, I might as well just enjoy the rest of my college years because. It didn't. Once I got out, I still was struggling. On the other hand, if you really know, and if you already get I would say, if you get an opportunity like your tour, or if you get an opportunity in dance and get an agent while that ball's rolling, go ahead and take it. Do not stop and say I got to go back to school and stuff because it may not come around again. So you got to take those chances right away and don't blow it because there's so many people out here and it's a tough world. So. I'm glad that you took it, and I'm glad that you didn't have no choice.
Yeah.
But, you did, but that's amazing.
Right.
It worked out. God was looking out for you.
Amen.
The universe, whatever you want to.
Yeah, I believe it.
Okay. So, can you tell me about your tours? You were touring and singing and going around Asia, right?
Yeah, Asia.
Yeah, and
Asia,
I was just like, I can't believe that he has his own tour and he had his own dancers and just did the whole thing by himself. So. I would love to know about that whole thing and that experience, how you planned it, what happened.
Well, so for my classes, I put up a lot of videos on YouTube, which I say YouTube is what really, my dancing and all that stuff, but when you post and the world gets to see it, then it opens your doors for so many things. So I remember this company, at the time that I was doing those tours, a lot of Chinese companies were bringing artists over from America to do a really big tour. And they asked me to go, and at the time my manager, Renee, who's my best friend still, I told her that, some people hit me up to go on a tour, and she's like, no, I don't think you should do it, you don't know China, I wouldn't do it. And it's when you tell me no, I jump right in. And so I was like, I think I'm going to do it. I don't know what is going to happen, but I just want to experience it. So I went out there, and Alex, who was at the time was my manager at that tour time. Alex at the time was so on point. So he was like...
I know he... And let me interject. I said that Brooklyn did it all by himself, but Alex played a huge part in it also. Mainly it was Brooklyn and Alex, so I want to make sure I don't leave that vital part out.
Yeah. And so I said, you know what, we have to do this photo shoot. We had to do a photo shoot when we landed, like instantly when we got. And we do the photo shoot. We smashed the photo shoot. They put us into a really beautiful hotel. So we would go to. It was a club tour. So we were traveling around China, like all of China. And we were doing club, and we would shut that shit down. We took that and we just killed every show. And from there, every company was like, it was insane. I was like one of the top artists out there doing what I was doing. And they just kept asking me every time I come back to LA, oh, we'll offer you this much. Come do another tour, or another company. Hey, we want.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, he's
And
leaving
I was just
again.
leaving again.
Keep going.
Because the money was
that's
bomb.
amazing now. What are the pros of performing in Asia and that whole industry in Asia and the cons versus like USA? Like, what do you like better? And
I actually really love performing in overseas. I'm just gonna say overseas.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you why. Like, I can go overseas and be myself. You know me for years. I do like to wear eyeliner, or I do like to color my hair green or purple, and wear black lipstick and dress a certain way. Over there, they love it.
Yeah.
Like girls are like falling over me. They're kissing all over me. Like when I do meet and greets, like it's so insane. Versus coming to.
I can see why, grandson. I can see why.
You can be a true artist overseas.
Yeah, I forgot.
When you come back to USA, you have to be a dude, and you have to be sexy, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're talking about like being an artist.
An artist, not just a person that gets put in a box and have to travel and it's the same thing as Pink. When first Pink came out, Pink did that whole R&B album. And all the black folks were like, dang, this girl's bomb, blah, blah. But that wasn't who Pink was, you know what I mean? She only did it to get herself through that door. And then her agreement was, the second album is going to be me. And that's how it came.
It was a lot different.
That rock album, which is her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I respect her for that. So that coming out here is just so different. Like, you just have to be a certain way and a certain look and a certain sound. And if you're too dancey, you're gay, and if you wear an eyeliner, you're gay. You know what I mean? Or you're not having girls twerk on the cars and you rapping about other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Totally
it's so hard. And I'm not that type of artist. I like to dance. I like to dress crazy. I like to have this whole thing. So it's nice to be out somewhere where you're not getting judged.
You're not that serious about gender and all that other stuff. Yeah.